activated.
Hey, what's up everybody, One Truth here, and I came up with a pretty good idea to help the newer players out who are buying the series Elder Scrolls Online, and especially the newer players who are interested in PvP but don't know what to do and or possibly scared because they had a bad experience in the past. Now, there's a lot of classes. They released the 5th class, the Warden, here with the Morrowind patch, but there are 5 classes, and each one of them has a stamina or magicka morph that you can pick. So at the moment, you know what, before I go on any further, I'd like to say this, that I'm going to pick some of the best PvPers that I know in regards to their class, magicka or stamina, Nightblade, magicka, stamina, I don't know, Sork. And I'm going to go on with that, and there's a few people that I'm going to do some interviews with, and that'll be coming out next. The next episode will be with True Legend and his Mag Sork. He's a phenomenal Mag Sork. So he'll teach you guys the ins and outs and what to look for. But starting out, I have a Stamina Nightblade. You guys, if you haven't watched, I have tons of videos of me just ruining people in PvP with my Stamina Nightblade. And I have so much fun with him. The beautiful thing about Stamina Nightblades is you can go in stealth on whim. In this game, unlike many MMOs, you can literally click one key and disappear from the battlefield. That's crazy. The thing about Nightblades is their damage too. They can hit you from stealth and hit you really hard and go right back into stealth. That's what makes Nightblades very, very hard to fight. And a lot of people perceive Nightblades to be one of the most overpowered classes and or most annoying classes. They just want to see Cloak taken out of the game together. And if they want to, they can just remove stealth altogether and allow the only way to go into stealth is by cloaking. That's an option I really don't like. I wouldn't want to see that in the game. But without further ado, let's go over my Nightblade. So I'm going to run upstairs to my target dummy. As you know, depending on your keybind, you could go into stealth. Nightblades have passives. I'll go over it. Stealthy reduces your detection radius in stealth by 3 meters and also increases my damage done in stealth by 10%. That is amazing. There's other passives, such as, where's it at? Ledgerman. Improved hiding reduces the cost to sneak by 40%. There's other things like the champion tree that you can reduce the cost of sneaking, like right here, shade, by 7.33%. So Nightblades are the assassins. They're quick, they're fast, they do a lot of damage, get in and out. Nightblades also have a low cost ultimate, which I will go over very shortly. There's a lot of passives for Nightblades that you can really have fun with. Going over it right now. Make sure I need to spot anything. Increases the duration of my shadow abilities by 15%. Shadow being Cloak and Fear. Catalyst is a wonderful passive if you're Nightblade. When you pop a potion, you get 20 ultimate, which you can combine that with the Alliance War ability Combat Frenzy. Increases your max magic by 8% while siphoning ability. No, don't really care about that. The other thing I totally forgot. Vampirism. If you're not a vampire in your Nightblade, you're playing it completely wrong. Reason being, Dark Stalker ignores the movement speed penalty while crouched. Decreases the time it takes to crouch by 50% during the night. So, watch. It's like I'm running in stealth. That is wonderful. There's also a passive called Undeath. And reduces your damage taken by up to 33% based on your missing health while you're below 50% health. And then Supernatural Recovery increases your magicka and stamina recovery by 10%. A Nightblade worth his salt knows the... How can I word this? They understand how Cloak works and how useful it is to enhance their experience and gameplay. I'm spec'd out. I have a lot of points in recovery, and I've got high magic recovery. Cloak cost 4,000, and it lasts for 2.9 seconds. Once a Nightblade is exposed or he's done attacks, he can't really easily click crouch and wait that time limit to go back into stealth. He has to rely on his cloak. Cloaking can be easily broken by certain abilities. let's see, guild, mages guild. We have Inner Light. Inner Light pulls them out. It also reduces the damage from ganks or stealth attacks. We also have, where's it at? It's under support. Revealing Flare. It launches a flare which can be morphed to Scorching Flare that does a lot of damage on top of pulling a Nightblade out from stealth. There's also another ability in Fighters Guild, Camouflage Hunter, which will pull you out of stealth. If you can stay on top of a Nightblade and prevent him from going into cloak, more than likely he'll burn his resources trying to evade you and eventually will be killed. A Nightblade that knows what he's doing, he's also going to use Fear. Fear is another ability that Nightblades have that's really annoying. The indicator for Fear is this. Fear, or Mass Hysteria, summons a dark spirit to terrify up to 3 enemies, causing them to flee in fear for 4.5 seconds. After the fear ends, their movement speed is reduced by 53% for 4 seconds, and they are afflicted by minor maim, reducing their damage done by 15%. That's a lot just for one ability, and it is hard to break free from fear. You'll take off running in a random direction, holding your face, and there's not much you can do while the Nightblade gap closes and continues to hit on you. Or if he's in a situation where he has to get away, he'll use it and then go into cloak. Ambush. It's a gap closer. A lot of bad Nightblades will just do this. Not really doing a lot. Look at that. Boo-hoo. Surprise attack. As by now you probably understand, there are weaving or animation canceling in the game. So you can charge up a heavy attack and click your surprise attack and do 2 abilities at 1 second. Surprise attack reads, you hit them for AK physical damage, afflicts them with a major fracture which reduces their physical resistance by 5.2k. The surprise attack, well, if you hit them from stealth, you stun them. That's crazy. See? Last ability that you really should look out for, which is easily countered. You can dodge it, block it. Most of the times a Nightblade will come in, hit the ambush, because once you land the ambush, it gives you an empower for your next attack. So the Nightblade's typically going to follow it up with an in-cap strike, which is a low-cost ultimate, which is amazing. Read all that. Does a major defile, hits them with disease damage, and increases your damage against them by 20%. You can top that with Catalyst, which when you pop a potion, you get 20 ultimate, and then if you get a guaranteed kill, you get Combat Frenzy, which is another 20 ultimate. Also, with the damage done to the enemy, you're probably guaranteed to get another in-cap. If not, you're very close. So the indicator for in-cap strike is that. You have to really look out for that. Last but not least, the snipe spamming Nightblades. The trick is, find them. When you hear this sound, you typically know to block or roll dodge. What you can do is block it, find the general direction of where they're at, and chase them down. Don't use your resources with sprint. Launch something that would, I don't know, like Revealing Flare if you have it, to pull them out of stealth. Or just block, go on your merry way. If he continues to attack you, hold block, hit him with a crowd control, finish him off, and go on about your merry day. Any Nightblade that knows what he's doing will typically follow up his snipe, and you can do an animation cancel. Look at that. Oop, I hit the wrong key. Alright. So lethal arrow, poison injection. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. 3 attacks, which it didn't show the light attack. So what you want to do is lethal arrow, hold a heavy attack down. As soon as it's released, fire the poison injection. A Nightblade who truly knows what he's doing will do this. And then top it with an in-cap. But it'll be a lot quicker. You can even block cast that in-cap strike to maximize your damage and time. And if you don't finish that kill, they can either do an execute ability, surprise attack, roll dodge out, and go back into stealth and run away. So, Pros: Nightblades hit extremely hard, can go in stealth anytime they want, and just overall a menace. They have a strong crowd control ability. They can use long range abilities to hit you from stealth to maximize the damage they're doing and keep you at bay. They can also use a low cost ultimate to hit you and also gain ultimate really quickly. Cons: once a Nightblade is exposed, it's very easily, let me reword that. They're very easily killed once you've got them exposed. You know their exact location. Yes, they can use tricks like fear, incap. You just have to be prepared. It's kind of hard to judge when a Nightblade's going to incap you, but typically it's a good idea to roll dodge whenever they ambush you. If you can, that is. If they ambush you from stealth, typically it'll stun you, and at that point you need to break free and hold block. If you don't get it off in time, that incap's going to go off, you're going to be defiled, and you can't really heal. It'll take a couple seconds until that's up. Nightblades typically run medium armor, so the resistances are really low. They rely on magicka to get out. Once that's over, they're done. Once they spam cloak enough, they're done. And if they roll dodge enough, they're going to run out of stamina. Sprinting, it's costing them stamina. So burn them out of resources. That's the easiest way to fight a Nightblade. So that's pretty much all the time I have at the moment. I do hope this helps any future player out. If you guys like what I'm doing, please put it in the comment section below. Also, I got a few ideas that I'm going to implement here in the near future. If you guys like some of the changes you see in my channel, I'd love to hear about it. If you have any ideas, please tell me. After all, my channel is for you guys, to help you enhance your ability in any game. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Hey, what's up guys? If you like what you saw, you can click right here and subscribe. There are plenty more content to come. Also, you can click right here and check out my latest video. So thank you guys for watching.